I'm Rachel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you Orly Breathable's newest collection. It's called Spice It Up. This is their fall and winter collection for 2023. Before we get started, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you're excited to see me review the breathable line from Orly. Let me know down in the comments too if you shop this line. Honestly, before I received this in PR, I only had a couple bottles. I was not super excited necessarily about them, but if I'm being honest, I don't want to spoil my next Orly review, but I have been loving their breathable line releases a little bit more than their regular line releases, which kind of surprises me. Anyway, if you're excited to see me review this release, thumbs up this video, subscribe so you don't miss out on future uploads. So, like I said, really excited about this collection. I just kind of couldn't resist reviewing them because this color story, I have them out of order and it's bothering me. Okay, there we go. So much better. This collection's color story is chef kiss amazing. I know it's supposed to be like a fall winter release, but they just scream fall to me. Like, this is fall. This is fall. So I couldn't wait to swatch these out. I was really excited to do some comparisons because as soon as I saw these, some polishes instantly came to mind. So of course I'll be sharing those with you today, as well as swatches and bottle shots. As you can see, there are 6 colors altogether. Orly Breathable is stocked by Beyond Polish, so if these polishes are currently available there, I will link that down in the description box. If you didn't know, I do have a Beyond Polish code. If you use my code RAE, R-A-E, at checkout, you will get 10% off your entire order. And thank you so much to those of you who use my code. It really does help support my channel. By the way, I also post my comparison swatches way earlier on my Instagram. If you're not already following me there, I will link that down in the description box too. All right, enough talking. Let's go ahead and check out this collection. All right, so we're gonna take a look at these in rainbow order, kind of, beginning with the deepest red shade in this release called No Fig Deal. This one I would describe as being a really, really deep vampy red that leans considerably more brown once you compare it to some other shades than it appears on in the bottle. On the first coat, you can see it is very red. This one has a squishy jelly formula and actually had fantastic smooth and even opacity after just one coat, but it completely transforms on the second and becomes this rich, vampy, dark, deep, almost oxblood color red. It is beautiful, and I thought I had something like it in my collection. I was wrong. Here are the comparisons. You can see it next to Essie Bordeaux and Zoya Dakota. Those look like bright reds compared to No Fig Deal. I believe this is 2 coats of each, and yeah, it doesn't even compare. It is so vampy. Up next, we have Rooting for You, which again is kind of deceiving with how it looks in the bottle compared to when you get it on your nails and put it next to other shades. In the bottle, it looks like a dusty red, but on the nail, it is a lot more brown. It's almost like a purple leaning brown. It's super unusual. This one had a super jelly formula. You can see it is very squishy, but quite even on that first coat. Definitely going to be at least a 2-coater, maybe a 3-coater for some, but I think most will be good in 2 coats with Rooting for You. And as you can see, it just builds up to be this warm, cozy, brownish red. It's beautiful and it's so comfy. I thought it would compare to some of my other Orly browns, especially Don't Be Suspicious from their fall collection, but you can see that one leans a lot less purple. This one really does feel like a purple leaning reddish brown. Lots of colors in there. And next we have Yam It Up. I have to say, I've been feeding my daughter a lot of yams lately. She loves them, and this color is spot on. It's definitely an orange, but again, it's a very unique orange to my collection. It has this muted quality to it, a lot of brown in there, some yellow in there too, although not as much yellow as showing up on camera right now. For some reason, this one was really thrown off whenever the brush was in the frame. But you'll see it more color accurately here in a second. But yeah, it is a more muted, yammy, dusty orange shade. There we go. That's pretty color accurate. And I did want to say that this one dries satin. I know this collection is supposed to be, or this line is supposed to be one you can skip top coat on, but a few of these did dry down pretty satiny, and this was one of them. But I was very pleased with the opacity. Probably a 2-coat for everyone, 2-coater for everyone. The closest thing I had was Starly's Terracotta. That one leaned more orange. This one leans more yellow. And the yellow in this collection is called Caught Off Gourd. The names are so cute for these also. This one is kind of like a mustardy yellow. Again, it has a lot of brown in the base, so it leans a little bit more brown than some of my other mustards, which you'll see here in just a second. It's a little less sunshiny. Again, the brush is really throwing off the color accuracy, but you will see what it truly looks like here in a little bit. For yellow, I was very pleased with this. It had little patchiness and was quite opaque on that first coat. I reached full opacity in 2, but I could see some people maybe needing 3 if they have longer nails and there's a little bit of patchiness. So I compared this to a lot of my other mustards, but you'll see this one is so much more golden. It just, it's like a breath of fresh air. Truly just a fabulous, probably my favorite out of these 4, the perfect golden yellow mustard for fall. Next is this fabulous, I guess, army kind of green, olive army green, think army green, called Look at the Thyme. This one is dusty and muted like the rest of this collection. And yeah, another one that I just felt was very unique to my collection. Most of the kind of greens I have like this lean more yellow, or they lean more blue and they're actually a teal, but you'll see that in a second. This one had a wonderful formula. Definitely more jelly leaning, pretty squishy on application, but built up super well for me in 2 coats. This is one that I could see in maybe a little bit, a couple years, thickening up a little bit and being a 1-coater for some, but definitely reached full opacity in 2, and I loved how this color looked on me. Very easy application. So here's what it looks like next to some other shades. Like I said, all the other greens I thought that would compare to this lean more blue or lean more yellow. So another unique one to my collection. And the last one in this release is called Back for Smore. This is the only name, and I'm sure other people have said this too. I've tried not to watch other people's reviews, but this name is just so silly for this polish. But regardless, and this collection, it's not a spice or even like an ingredient. Anyway, Back for Smore is like a super, super dark green. It almost looks black. In certain lighting, in bright lighting, you can tell it's green. Like here, you can kind of tell it's green, but honestly, wearing it around, I could not tell it was green. It looked black. It is that dark. This one was pretty patchy on that first coat. I'm going to say between 2 and 3 coats, depending on your application and nail length. Overall, this one had the worst formula of the collection, but it was the most unique shade. I had nothing to compare it to other than black. And next to the black, you can kind of see it's green, but yeah, it pretty much just looks black. So interesting shade. That's all I got to say about that one. So that was the Spice It Up collection from Orly's Breathable line. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts on this collection, your thoughts on the Orly Breathable line as a whole. I probably mentioned it in my video, but I'm gonna always use base coat and top coat. I don't care how shiny these polishes are. I don't care if the base coat is already included. I guess I'll just get some extra protection, and hey, that is fine with me. So that part I don't really care about. I'm just kind of looking at them as polishes as a whole and all together. If you couldn't figure it out, I really love this collection. The colors just work together. It's like a beautiful fall rainbow. I really thought these shades were overall very unique to Orly's line, but just unique to my collection in general. The formulas were pretty good. They performed well. The brushes overall were nice too this time. So yeah, I really love this collection, and I love their spring summer release also. That one I'm having still a little bit of regret about not reviewing that, but it was a beautiful collection. Okay, so favorites. I am having the hardest time deciding. Like seriously, I think this entire collection could be considered a favorite, but if I had to pick my top few, here's what they would be. Okay, I think I'm just gonna pick two. I'm having some second thoughts because seriously, I really liked all of them, but if I had to narrow it down to just a couple must-haves, I would definitely start with Rooting for You. This gorgeous reddish brown shade, it's just very unique to my collection. On its own, it looks like a brown, but next to my browns, it looks red. Next to my reds, it looks brown, you know? I just don't have many things like this, and it is one I could see myself wearing in the fall or in the winter time. I really like this shade. And then my other top pick was Look at the Thyme. This one, in addition to just having a beautiful formula, I thought was so flattering on my skin tone. It's just the perfect like smoky, deep olivey green. It's kind of cool toned, but not too cool toned. I just loved Look at the Thyme. So I'll link those and the entire collection down in the description box so you can shop. Don't forget to use code RIGHT if you do buy them at Beyond Polish to get that 10% off. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this review. I certainly enjoyed swatching these. They were beautiful. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!